Test, test. Hello, hello. Perfect. So audio is up and running. We're connected. So a quick few things. This stream is targeted towards new and returning players. We are going to be doing the Criatura Academy. We're going to be talking about Nepeticateria, the basic tool dealer items, the high potion seller. We're going to talk about basic market stuff. We're going to talk about how to get to certain dungeons that I think are key in terms of leveling. So I'm going to be highlighting parts after the introduction. And once we start making the character, I think that's exactly when I'm going to be, going exactly for the content that I'm aiming for. I may not be as chatty because I would like to get to this as soon as possible to cover the most things. But I think the more important part of all this is just how to get to the academy in a quick and successful manner, get the freebies, and get to your leveling spots. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do one stream today just to kind of gauge the feedback on back to basics. It could be a Sunday series, maybe, but there's not a whole lot of basics to do. I mean, I would just be kind of doing the same thing again, just to I guess in all seriousness probably cater to the newer audience that maybe stops by, who is returning or hasn't played in a while or doesn't know how to start a character. I will probably post the highlights somewhere else. So yeah, I can't do leveling streams on the weekends. I have other stuff going on right now. I'm free, which is why I'm doing the stream late. So yeah, so if we have better EXP rates right now, it's gonna suck, but yeah. So yes, tomorrow we are going to be going back to the Ranger. So, keep that in mind. We're going to be doing Ranger stream again tomorrow. We're going to be going over what the daily should be at that level and, proceed from there. So I think that might be a good idea just to kind of get into the groove of that. Once we get to level 150 on that character, we're pretty much done with it for the time being. I think level 150 is going to be where we're going to be at. So yeah. And then what else? What else do I have for you guys? Yeah, and then after that, we're going to be jumping to another character. Possibly RK Mechanic. Maybe even Gunslinger, probably. Well, Rebellion. So keep that in mind. It's going to be very straightforward. We're probably going to be doing very similar things on all these characters. But the main reason why we're doing it is just to see what it's like for these characters with their varying abilities, different percent skill damage modifiers, magic, range, whatever, AoE, single target, their tankiness, all that stuff. And of course, they have to face certain dungeons. Like, for example, I guess the Kagero has to do the, what is that thing called? Rock Ridge, while the Green Knight has to go ahead and do Hasty Forest for the Mora coins to get the Pew sets, because Wind Cutters just need more. It's the easier build to go into, I believe. We could always make another Rune Knight and do Dragon Breath, but first of all, notifications. All right, so we got one notification out. Gonna do the other one. And it's so cold out here. All right, and then we're gonna send a notification on your side. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Copy. Wait a second. That's not the right link. Go. I'm gonna get this. No, that's the same thing. But yeah, so I've been busy the whole day. I couldn't do the slides that I wanted to, so I'll probably be doing back to basics again at another point in time. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right. So I'm gonna send notifications here. But yeah, if you guys have any comments, questions, you're more than welcome to ask. Just remember, we're going to be going over the basic stuff, and then once we get past the point that I wanted to cover, you know, I'll take questions and comments, concerns as well, and that'll be that. So I think we're good, right? Perfect. So teach us to swipe. Yeah, okay. You gotta pray for those. All right. I think we're ready to get started. Let's see. Should I leave the Twitch chat up on the screen? Because I'm probably gonna be using this footage for the for like a quick video to see, you know, gauge feedback on the. I'll leave it on. Just be nice. All right, so that's it. It's good for everyone. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, if you're watching this VOD or you're watching this highlight, that is because you heard about, you know, the approach to make a brand new character in iRO, or you probably got this recommended through somebody else, one of your friends, and you wonder, how do I even start a new character in iRO? Because there's so many things going on. It's a low rate official server. I heard all of these things, but don't worry, there's I'm gonna give you guys a really quick guide into all of this. We're gonna speed right through, so I'm gonna give you guys just important things. I'm not gonna try to cover the fluff that the Criatura Academy offers, and we're gonna go straight into it. Job change, talk about weapon, armor, enchants, and see how far we can get. So we're gonna just get a quick haircut. You can select your haircut here, pick whatever you want, get your colors, and create character. We're gonna call this one back to basics. We're gonna call it back to basics because of the stream. So you're gonna be starting up. You're gonna be greeted with a daily calendar. If there is a daily login calendar, you might not move initially. Something happens when you are when you log in. So no, nothing was changing low level. It's just that I don't have a current guide for that in particular. Yeah, that NPC, you can talk to the NPC. I think you get some freebies from that as well, but we're gonna get just straight into what we need to do, because I think we spend a lot of time in the early part of the game talking to all the NPCs. So register for the academy, very important. Then you're gonna talk to the Eden teleport officer. Just click anywhere that doesn't have a chat box. Go up, ignore that any bot. I mean, can't avoid it, right? Whatever. Talk to Secretary Lam Evanor. What is Eden group? Join the Eden group. Boom. So now you got some freebies. Yes, I want to join. Just write whatever you want for your name. So what you're going to be getting is you're going to be getting 2 old battle manuals. You're going to be getting 15 level 10 blessing and level 10 increased agility scrolls, 5 yellow butterfly wings, which will come in handy. The Eden group mark functions like a butterfly wing every 30 minutes. If you get stuck somewhere, you forgot your butterfly wings, well, you know, there you have it, no problem. You also have your Criatura Academy hat from when you register for the academy, but the freebies that you got are essentially these, and that's all we're here for. Now we're gonna leave. And just to be sure, I didn't imagine stuff. Yeah, I didn't imagine stuff. So now there is a quest you have to do for the academy. You're gonna talk to this guy, but we're gonna take a super quick detour because you do get some job exp or some base exp from clearing the quest, but you're gonna have to talk to all these NPCs eventually. But don't worry about it, just bear with me, just go right through it. Send me now. You talk to the adept adventurer, you talk to the friendly pouring, and the friendly pouring is going to give you some taming items to get a little pouring pet. The little pouring pet, it's important to get one. Trust me on this, just get one and keep it. You will need it for level 100 Banquet for Heroes, episode 16.1. If you don't know about it, come to the stream and ask. It's pretty good. It is possible to fail these, by the way. So I'm gonna just hit it twice and get a new one. Okay. Okay, we got a little pouring egg. So the little pouring egg you're gonna keep. Go ahead and equip your novice stuff if you want. You're gonna just be attacking these. Keep your cotton shirts, very important. And pick up all of these items. Pick up the red herbs mainly. People pay Zenny for those items, for those red herbs, but we're gonna be talking about quick market stuff later. So just fight little pouring so you get yourself to drop level 10. Someone recommended me to your channel. Well, that's great. And I actually said that early on when I started the stream. If you happen to be watching the VOD or this highlight, that's because you got recommended through a friend or you heard about it. But yeah, that's wonderful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, reach out to me on Discord. I don't mind answering the questions. Oh yeah, the battle manual can be used later on. There's a little trick that I like to talk about, which is pretty much just stacking some quests that are exclusive to iRO, and you turn the quest in with a battle manual buff, and I think you can jump from level 92 to or 93 to 99 on expanded characters and non-expanded characters. Rebirth characters can probably jump in from level 95 or 96 to 99 with these quests. So we're going to be talking about that at a later point in time, maybe another back to basics episode. But I'm kind of just trying to gauge, you know, how well this particular highlight might do, how well it'll do. So even with me stuttering and blah blah blah, you know, I'm still going to go ahead and just cut up the good parts and put it in there. Well, put it out there for people to watch and give me, you know, feedback on, or maybe it helps people. We might be skipping the little pouring part until we get to drop level 10. So this is just kind of fluff. But the cool thing is that you can get job level 10 here. You don't have to go anywhere else outside of Islude. Once we finish job level 10 here, we're going to be moving back to the academy and finishing the academy quest. All right, job level 10. Let's get out of here. I think I have a highlight that has the 4 quests that I usually do. When I leveled up all the characters to level 99, I think I came to the realization that certain classes would benefit greatly from that. It's a whole different other subject, which I'll talk about at a later point in time. But yeah, so talk to the friendly pouring. You show the eggs. Yes, yes. Okay, cool. You talk to this guy. Okay, I think we're good with this. I hit enter by mistake. So you're supposed to talk to the pouring again. Blah, 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 blah. So you get some base EXP and you get a pet incubator and apple juice. Keep these for later. Level 100. If you're watching the VOD, go to the stream. Ask me about the little pouring pets. And you're done with that. So now you're going to be going up to the professor. You're going to be doing the quest for the academy. You're going to graduate from the academy. You know, fun stuff. If I get lost, then just bear with me. Professor Oldman. Yes, yes. Over 50 years. Yes, yes. Go to the armory and speak to everyone with a quest above their heads. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, 4 slots on equipment would be kind of overpowering. Okay, so talk to him about experience of attributes. You don't have to attack the ant eggs, just give him a random number. All right, you get a water endow. You talk to battle instructor. Yeah. All right, cool. You talk to those NPCs. Now you're going to be going back up. You're going to be talking to the professor again. Oh, wait a second. You said I didn't finish talking to all of them? Oh, you're supposed to talk to the pets guy again. Oh, okay. Well, in conversation, yeah, adept adventure. There you go. So just because you talked to him earlier doesn't mean that it counts for the quest. It's only after you talk to the professor. All right, cool. You're looking for the bare necessities. Well, you got it. This is the place. All right, so now you talk to Professor Oldman. Yes, yes. Go to the library, get the heaviest thing. It's a book. Very, very easy stuff. Just a bit of walking here and there. And I know these quests do take a little while, but it's just mostly the walking that kind of takes up the time. So anyways, you go up here, you click on the heaviest thing in mid G, and you bonk your head with the book. Wonderful. Yeah, you could. We're already job level 10 though. We can already change jobs, so all right. Oh, you're supposed to talk to this dispenser. All right. All right, cool. All right, cool. I think that's it. You have spoken to the academy therapist. Okay, cool. All right. For whatever reason, there's 2 NPCs are the same. One's the healer, one's the therapist. Talk to the therapist. That's all you got to do. All right, Professor Oldman. Looking better already. Go talk to the dean. All right, you go to the principal's office. Nice. All right, cool. Let's get out of here. Talk to Cafe Guide Trainer. Teleport service. Yes, and take me to the principal's office. Yep. All right, cool. if I'm not mistaken, you do not get job EXP from that NPC. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pick Swordman for this particular task. So you go ahead and put basic CO 9. Yeah, I want to change you right now. All right, cool. Now that's it. That's the job change. You're now first class. All at the academy, don't have to go outside. Now, once you're done with the academy, you can now go outside. And by the way, this NPC changes your haircut with the Criatura Academy hair coupon. The therapist has a quest for a little bit of extra EXP. It's really not a big deal. I know the NPCs in the beginning give you some EXP. The ones outside of here in the, like, you talk to this guy. You don't have to drink the apple juice. I like to keep it for the little pouring pet. And you get EXP. Cool. Now, there's this other quest you can do. It's just kind of cutting the fluff here. Okay, I'll listen. And then use just job types. I think I have to go to the menu if I'm not mistaken. Oh, experience training. Just experience training. That's too tedious. Are you lazy? No. Experience training. I will do it. So you have to buy a red potion. So talk to a merchant. The stuff you picked up earlier, the junk you picked up, sticky mucus, salad. Get a red potion. There. So the important part, the important thing about doing the academy is the acquisition, not the novice potion of flyers, but the cash for storage and cash for transportation tickets that you got from the dean in the principal's office. That's going to help you move around, which is kind of what we want to do. Yeah, the little pouring card, if you get it, you get it. I don't think it's that necessary, but yeah, that's a good thing. You can get the little pouring card and it'll combo with the Criatura Academy hats. It's 5 extra attack. We've been having that discussion of min-max, but quite frankly, I don't feel like, I mean, if you want to have the novice pouring card, that's good. But I don't know if it really makes a huge difference. It's nice though. So now you have a pork can. So now you're gonna get the pork can. You can talk to this cat over here, the cat paw shrimp merchant. Sell the pork can, and you get more XP from the NPC. Okay, cool. So that's that. Now, there's one more NPC I want to talk about that is probably very important for various reasons. So Enchanter Mounds and Enchanter J. So you talk to these cats, blah, 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 blah. Yes, yes. Enchant Association. Questions finished. So if you have the cotton shirt, now you slot the cotton shirt. Very wonderful. I know. It's not a big deal, but trust me, it gets better. You talk to Enchanter J, and guess what? You have to equip the item. Yes. You look excited. Yes. Hit an engine start. And these two cats currently will grant you 100 HP and 50 SP on your arm, on your cotton shirt. Only works for the cotton shirt. So you go from 89 HP and 24 SP to 189 HP to 74 SP. Now you talk to Enchanter J while equipping your novice weapon. If I'm not mistaken, I think the novice knife and the novice rod are the only ones that cannot be enchanted. So you talk to Enchanter Mounds. You tell them what happened. 100 HP, 50 SP. Oh my god, it's incredible. Mounds, you're not gonna believe the thing I just saw. 100 HP on a cotton shirt. shirt. Yeah, I was about to say cotton short, like cotton shorts, shirt, just whatever. Yes. Okay, cool. And then you talk to Enchanter Almond J once again. Hit an enchant starts. And now, depending on your class, you can go for various options. You get a lot of different enchants here, like agility enchant. And guess what? It's not just one time. You can talk to Enchanter Almond J again, and then you can re-enchant your weapon again. Why are your Sunbird V2 in the corner? I'm not sure why I am not. But that's a very good question. So yeah, so my advice is to continue re-enchanting until you get HP mods on it. If you get the HP enchant, it would actually be very nice and helpful. Critical and intelligence won't do much for you. So just aim for the HP enchant because it'll help you take a few more hits. And you're going to be auto-attacking for a good while. Most characters are going to be auto-attacking, so it's kind of convenient to have the HP enchants early on. So you get Expert Archer, which is really not that much, to be honest. So Fighting Spirit is actually a good one because you get more out of attack and hits than you would out of a particular stat. But we're going to be doing this for a while, so skip ahead in the highlights if you're watching it. 5 agi, I mean, I just want the HP mod. Just give me HP. Well, yeah. So anyways, Fighting Spirit, 6 attack, 2 hit is better than even, well, I think it's better than even 3. Wow, that's not even that great, to be honest. I think the percent attack is just kind of like what you have right now, so we don't really have all that much gear, so 2% of whatever we have is really not much. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this for a good while, so bear with me. All right, so we got the HP mod and 2 strength. That's fine. So even just 100 HP is good enough because now instead of 89 HP, you're rocking 289 HP, so you can take a couple of hits. Now we're gonna moving on from the cats. That's all you gotta know. All the other stuff in the academy and Islu tutorial are a bit distracting. I know the NPC in the top right gives you EXP or something until job level 10. I don't know what it was. I think I misclicked on that NPC a while back. I don't know. It's just going through the process is better because you get the freebies and you really want the things. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. Now, a few important things I want to talk about before we move on to the market stuff. Potions. I know a lot of people come back from the good old days of pre-renewal, or people haven't played the game in a long time. It's very common for people to want to buy red potions, but let me tell you something. Red potions are not worth it at this point in time because you have no Zenny. You're pretty much broke. Let's be real, we're broke. We have no Zenny. But there is something important you gotta pick up on. Beginner's Fly Wings. The description is weird. You can use this up to level 98. Up to level 98. So from level 1 to 98, you can use Beginner Fly Wings. They weigh 0 and they cost only 10 Zenny. This is the play. You gotta get Beginner's Fly Wings. Well, you do get free Fly Wings from the academy, but what I'm getting at is once you're out of these from the academy, you can buy the Beginner Fly Wings, and it's gonna help you teleport around, get to places you need to go to, and all that good stuff. So that's what matters right now, that you know that Beginner Fly Wings exist. Supplies: Beginner's Fly Wings, concentration potion, Maybe butterfly wing if you need any. But the rest of the stuff, green potion maybe if you fight familiars in Anthill. More on that later. But right now, just know butterfly wings, beginner's fly wings, concentration potions are the things that you want to look at. Now, when you're level 60 and higher, there's going to be an NPC called High Potion Seller, which sells syrups. You get blue syrups, which is like an SP potion, but just sold to the NPC. Has a 10-second cooldown, usable level 60. White syrup, 1800 HP or 1500 Zenny, and it has a 1-second cooldown. You can use it at level 60. Compared to the white potion is 1200 Zenny and only does 325 to 405 HP. The syrup does 1800 HP and it scales up more with more vitality or whatever skill you have that increases your recovery with healing items. Like potion research on alchemists, it increases HP and SP potions. I saw it happen. I tested on stream. It works. So long story short, if you're gonna buy potions level 60 plus, white syrups is it. Blue syrups is it. It's great. Now, if you are a gunslinger or if you are a ninja or you are an archer, they sell arrows now. You can buy arrows at the tool dealer shop. Well, not the tool dealer shop. It's more like the weapons shop. But since Islut has them combined, yeah. So you can buy arrows for different elements. I'm still gonna tell you this though. Fire arrow will remain the most relevant throughout the course of your leveling process up to level 80. No, there's none like that, Ruswick. But you can also get wind arrows if you want to fight the spores. But let me give you a huge word of warning. 5 Zenny per arrow versus 1 Zenny per arrow. It's really not that big of a difference. It's not that big of a difference. If you auto attack 3 times, 3 Zenny versus 5 Zenny per hit, I mean, yeah. Unless you go to pay on dungeon, then silver arrows is it. If you're going to any earth element monster like ants in Anthill, orcs, or sunken ship, if you think you can handle sunken ship, more on that later at another point in time. Yeah, you get fire arrows. You fight geographers, you get fire arrows. You fight flora, you get fire arrows. You fight growths, you get fire arrows. If you're gonna fight anything undead, silver arrows. Shadow element, silver arrows. And that's, you're pretty much good with that. Now, in terms of ninja catalysts, you can get them cheaper. I'll tell you how to get some of these cheaper, especially the stones. And you want to buy any of these over here, you can get the elemental bullets, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, because we had that a couple of streams ago. Anyways, point is you can get the sub level 100 bullets, elementals, ice, lightning, flare. If you want earth, you have to buy an earth elemental converter and use the regular bullets on there. Level 100 plus over here. And the missiles and all your stuff for your rebellion stuff. Good. Oh, I know that one. I know that one. Anyways, this is an event, but don't worry about it. We're not here for that. All right, cool. So now, when it comes to healing, I said potions was not it. It was not the play. Nepeta is the play. Let me tell you once again, Nepeta is where it's at. 15 Zenny, 0.1 weight units. I don't know, kilograms. I don't know what it is, grams. Whatever unit of measure they use in Rune Midgards. 36 to 40 HP, 0.1, and 15 Zenny each. It's well worth buying these. 15,000 Zenny will get you 1,000 of these, and it'll carry you all the way through maybe level 40, and then you can buy another 1,000 if you need. The reason why this works is because the amount of damage that you take from the monsters in the early part of the game, level 1 to 20, 20 to 40, maybe even up to maybe 40 to 60. 40 to 60 is a stretch. I'm going to say up to 50. You're going to be really well off with Nepeta. As long as you don't overmob and you're fighting one monster at a time, or maybe 2 at a time, you can spam Nepeta. It'll be cheaper and you're still going to survive. Good on your Zenny. Good on your weight. Perfect. Now, let's go to Prontera. I don't think we can go to Prontera from here, though, unfortunately. Teleport. You can't go to Frontera from here, which is a shame. So we're gonna just use the yellow butterfly wing for the purpose of talking about basic market stuff. So I guess we can probably use this. So there's people that have shops set up. They sell stuff and they buy stuff. Hey, Pixelated Traveler, how are you? I saw your name. I was just in the middle of the train of thought. But yeah, so people pay some zenny for this. People pay a certain amount of zenny for white herbs. There's a lot of items you can buy, well, that people buy that you can sell to them. But before we get into that, I just want to talk about the overall picture in terms of markets, which is going to be difficult not having my slide that I was making for this, but I can probably cover the basics from here, right? So you go to Frontera, lots of shops, a lot of things are going to, okay, word of warning. A lot of things are going to be really expensive, super high price. Do not worry about it. The level 1 to 99 phase does not require a whole lot of zenny. I can assure you this, and I can probably level up another character if need be, but very few items are you, how do I say this? There's very few items that are of high value that you will run into in your adventure when you're leveling up. So this item in particular is of interest because people pay good zenny for it. It's used for crafting material, for brewing material, red herb. Well, okay. So let's talk about the shopping board first of all. The shopping board is going to give you the information of items being sold and purchased in the city that the shopping board is in, right? So if you type red herb, for example, but you don't capitalize anything, you type red herb like this, watch, red herb, and you search, selected item does not exist. Does not exist because there is no item that is all lowercase red herb. Lowercase red herb does not exist. What does exist is red herb. When you capitalize the R and the H, there you go. It exists because it looks for the exact name of the item, or it searches for a partial of the name. Now, an example of partial, for example, let's say you want to find Raedric card, right? You type Raedric card and boom, people are selling it. Don't worry about the price. Don't worry. You don't need the Raedric card. It's just an example of things, how they're written out. Case sensitive. Now, if you were to say, I want to find a Raedric, but you type Raedric and you search partial, it's going to look for everything that has the name Raedric on it. Transformation scroll Raedric, polluted Raedric. What? How does Raedric? Oh yeah, the Raydric is the same thing you wrote over here. Raedric Archer. Well, polluted Raedric, and then what else is there? Cursed Raedric, because it's got Raedric in it. So if you search partial for one thing with a name, it's going to give you everything that has that particular name on it. Now, there's another item of interest, which I actually hope shows up here. It's called Sticky Webfoot. Sticky Webfoot is utilized in a quest from the Eden group. If you want to find it, it's iRO Wiki Eden group leveling. And you're going to look at level 56 to 70. Yeah, 56 to 70. And if you look at the link I just posted, it'll show up collection mission. People pay for these because that's how they level up multiple characters if they want. But point is, Sticky Webfoot, search. People pay 850 zenny right now. People were paying a bit more earlier, but yeah. So red herb, Sticky Webfoot. Let's see. There's another item you can get that people buy. Bee Stinger. Search. Oh no, sorry, that's the sale. We're looking at the buy. So people pay 700 zenny for Bee Stingers. Bee Stinger you can find outside of Frontera to the left side. You're gonna see hornets. You can fight hornets. Get 700 zenny for each Bee Stinger you pick up. You can also go get Sticky Webfoots. you can, for example, type Rhoda Frog. Wait a second, you don't find Rhoda Frog. That's for them. Hold on a second. Navigation. Oh yeah, over. It shows up over here. What's it showing up over here? Rhoda Frog, and then it shows you the maps where they're at. Frontera Field 204. And there you go. So you can find Rhoda Frogs here right now if need be. You want to find Hornets? There's Hornets a lot in Frontera Field 305, which is to this left side. Another item that is of interest is strawberries. Now, a lot of the merchants that buy these items are usually located in Payon for red herbs and strawberries, but we're still going to give it a try. Strawberry. All right, one's in. Yeah, that's not. Those are just like advertisements, I guess. So let's see. What else is there? Skeleton bone, for example, I think is one of those that people do buy. No available beds. Now, if you happen to get something that is called unable to search, that means that you have to, well, let's try again. So let's try skeleton. Let's try strawberry because we know that did show up. Yeah, so click the board and search. Nope, that doesn't work either. Oh yeah, there it goes. It does work. Just kind of seeing how you so it says unable to search. Click the shopping board, refresh. Yeah, it does work. So if you get unable to search, just click the shopping board again, refresh it, and search. So there's that. Trunks, I don't think people buy trunks unless it's a quest item. Nah, nobody's buying trunk. That's there's certain items that people buy in the early part of the game, but yeah. So let's just say that you are higher level, you're in the level 58 and you want to go fight geographers. People buy man-eater. Oh yeah, I need to click on this thing again. People buy man-eater blossoms for 2,500 yen each. So if you're level 58, you're an archer or a mage or a gunslinger or a ninja, you can go fight geographers and you can get yourself a good amount of zenny off of that. Orcish vouchers. No one's buying Orcish vouchers right now, but I'm pretty sure people are buying Xenorc fangs. Oh, what? Yeah, Xenorc's fang. 200 zenny. It's really not that great. Let's see. What about Mermaid's Heart? Mermaid's Heart, 2.5k zenny. Not bad. Yeah, but what I'm getting at is that no one's really buying those items because what really sells, what you can really sell to buy shops the most is crafting materials that have a particular purpose, whether it's crafting alchemist potions, whether it's crafting runes for rune knights, whether it's for making elemental converters, because you have to use elemental stones for elemental converters now. People pay 3,000 zenny for red blood. So now let's go over, because we have the free teleportation tickets. We're going to be teleporting on over to Payon. Yeah, Poison Spore is a bit, let's see. Nope, no available events. Yeah, those are in demand. That's more if you're fighting Grand Pecos, that's probably the item that you would be farming and selling to buy shops, or you can set up a shop and sell on your own. 6.5k zenny, that's pretty good. So yes. So let's go to Payon, because Payon is the other place I want to talk about where you can find people buying red herbs. Oh, there we go. Somebody's paying 500 zenny, 1,500 zenny for strawberries. That's fine. Right now, I'm talking about the stuff that you find in the early parts. Like we're talking level 1 to 20. Red herbs, 750 zenny each. I guess that's the best we're doing right now for red herbs in the market. 300 for strawberries, true love. You want to sell out your strawberries, set up a shop and sell it for 2,000, 3,000 zenny. So I guess 750 zenny is our best price, or we can check the shopping board. You may have missed a shop. I don't know. Yeah, 750 zenny is the best that people will do right now. So it's not much, but it's some zenny, and that's decent. So yeah, skeletons are a little bit beyond the level that we're doing right now. Right now, focus on the stuff that you do for level 1 to 20, which is red herbs, strawberries, sticky webfoots, what's it? Bee stingers. And if we find more stuff, then yeah. No, we're not looking at Juno. So Zeris, this is meant for new players who are starting off, make a brand new character, get started. We're kind of just guiding them into where they can go. Because if I tell people to go to Juno and they spend the zenny to get there, I mean, they could probably use the butterfly wing to come back, but they're not going to really be going all the way to Juno to sell an item when they can just continue leveling. Yes, but at the same time, no, because I'm trying to focus on just the level 1 to 20 part. I'm not trying to take people way out of, out of their way, because they're like, oh, I don't have zenny to go to Juno. How do I get to Juno to check the market? Yeah, level 20. Yeah, level 20. Level 1. Oh, 1 to 20. Yeah, 1 to 20. Yeah. Farm garland and fracken? Yes, but no, because you net more from just leveling. So let's just say, for example, you want to level up your character. So you want to say, all right, so if anybody was buying sticky webfoots and you thought that would be good zenny, you could go to Rota Frogs and get the sticky webfoots and sell them to that buy shop. Or you can go level up at Spores, pick up the strawberries and red herbs. You can do the eating group leveling quest, 11 to 26, I think it was. 11 to 25, along with the bounty board for Payon. I just posted the links on there. Empty bottles is not okay. So I'm gonna get into it in a bit. I recommend leveling at Spores. Spores is very easy, very straightforward. If people were paying more zenny for sticky webfoots, you could go to Rota Frogs. In fact, we're gonna go to both locations just to kind of get an idea. So what I'm aiming for, Zeris, is just a very straightforward, very basic, with things that are more consistent. I don't see people buying empty bottles all the time. And I know that people tend to actually go to Anthow when they make a brand new character, because it was kind of like a thing you did in pre-renewal. So I'm trying to kind of just make sure we're going in the easier direction of like, okay, I'm gonna go level up red herbs, strawberries at Spores. Boom, go to Spores. Oh no, I can't hit him because I don't have any stats in. But guess what? You got novice potions. Use your potions. We're gonna talk about setting stats in a bit. You also have blessing and agi scrolls if you want to use them, because that's what they're for. And yes, so stats wise, the stats is not the important part. The important part is the market part of what we're talking about here. So I'm just gonna go with my regular stats, whatever vitality I get. We did have a 20th anniversary. We had the event a little while ago, so, and you're still missing hits. So if you're missing hits, don't worry about it. Use your blessing agi scrolls. That's what they're for. 3 hits, boom, that's it. You really don't need anything else to get started, to start smacking monsters. The same thing applies for Rota Frogs, believe it or not. And there's actually more Rota Frogs than there are Spores. The reason why I don't do Rotafrogs all the time is because I know people go there for the sticky wetfoots, but currently we still have the old Eden group. So I think those sticky wetfoots for leveling is still a thing. There's still going to be a market for it right now at this moment. But once that's kind of gone and done, we're not really going to be going to Rotafrogs. But if that's the current academy, if that's the current economy that we're in, where Rotafrogs, sticky wetfoots is worthwhile, then we're going to go to Rotafrogs just to check it out, just to give you an idea of what it is. You know what? I haven't really had that much lag when moving. Maybe recently right now the server's been kind of weird, but I don't think I had that much lag. Even when I play Dragon Birth Reunite, I'm just moving all over the place. I'm gonna go level 5 on that one and increase HP recovery. The reason why I use level 5 bash is because it only uses 8 SP. SP conservation is a thing. Manage your SP well. Look, there you go, one shot. Go ahead and build up more dexterity for more hits. Very important. Boom, there you go, one shot. And because you have the Cottagers with the 50 SP, you get more bashes in, so that's good for you. So real quick, we're gonna just cover the quests. Once we get to level 11, we can start doing the Eden group leveling quest. Show you guys that once, and then we're gonna be jumping over to Rotafrogs. Or we could actually stay here for a while. I mean, yeah, after this we're gonna be talking about traveling around locations, especially because the airship is no longer a thing. Well, it is a thing. You don't have to use the airship. I meant you don't have to use the airship. It's not really necessary. You want to get to Juno, don't worry, there's an NPC for that. Very straightforward. I learned this to someone randomly when I was playing iRO, and it changed my world forever. Not ever needing to use the airship again. Oh my goodness, it was so good. It was incredibly good. I just couldn't believe it. How did I change to expanded novice without the airship? What do you mean? If you're talking about if this is related to 4th class hyper novice, I wouldn't know about it. I'm only talking about the fact that you don't need to use the airship to travel to Juno. If there is a quest in the future KRO updates that we do not know about that requires the airship for a particular class, I would not know of it. I am merely talking about the fact that you don't need to use it to travel to Juno. That's really what I'm going off about. All right, so now we have access to the Eden group leveling quest. And I forgot to save in Payon. So because of my... Oh, actually, you can travel to Payon from here, right? Okay. Well, so traveling to Juno is not the same as needing the airship to do a quest. Those are two completely different things. So there might have been a miscommunication on my part where I said that you don't need to use the airship. And you probably thought I meant for the class change, but no, it's not for the class change. Oh, you know what? You are absolutely correct. There, I forgot to talk about that. The only reason why I didn't bring it up is because it's so time consuming. But let's go back to Isloot. So in the main 6 cities, there is a... main 6 cities, there is a... It looks like a golden thief bug. It's just not a golden thief bug. There's this thing called mysterious bug, and this mysterious bug drops these shadow gears that I'm gonna tell you something. They're not all that impressive, but they're pretty nice. So these mysterious bugs drop it at a not so low chance, but they do drop at a relatively low chance. There might have been 10% chance for each item, I think, for each piece of equipment, but thank you for catching that. I appreciate that. So we can get at least one. If we get one item, that's good enough for me, I think, because I know hunting this has taken me 45 minutes in the past. So yeah, that's pretty lucky. I have not had that happen to me. And no, Vijashini Kwakwakupi, it's more about I'm kind of focused on what I'm doing over here for this part of the stream. So when you talk about the airship and job change, I'm like, no, we're talking about teleporting to Juno. We're not talking about job changes here. You still need the airship to do whatever quest you need to do. So get a magnifier, shadow armor. So the way it works is each piece of shadow equipment goes on your special gear section. This one gives you +1 luck and 10%, 10x max 10 HP per upgrade. So when you have all of these components together, you get all stats +3, but each component gives you +1 of a particular stat. So when you have the full set, you pretty much get plus for all stats. Now you can take the time on your own to go find the mysterious bug and get all components. I will tell you right now, it is a bit time consuming, so we're not going to be exactly grabbing all of them right now because it's just too time consuming. It's not a thing that we're focused on right now, but at least I got the chance to talk about it, tell you where it is. And Islud is the easiest city you can go find them, because you can just use your novice fly wings, teleport around, and hopefully you find the next one. But you have to walk around. What's in the center? Well, you have to walk around, find it, move out of the way so we can at least see it, and yeah, hopefully you get more pieces than just one. You can get duplicates, you can get another armor, but or you could probably, oh yeah, see, I got another armor. You got the shield, and the shield gives you 1 vitality, so you can go ahead and do that. So I've done this on stream before in the past. It's taken me like maybe 30 to 45 minutes, so I kind of don't want to relive that, to be honest with you. So we're gonna just oh yeah, if you hold control and you right click the shield or any unidentified piece of equipment, it identifies it if you have a magnifier. And don't forget your Criatura Academy hat. And if it's not clear, you can drop the novice stuff because you can't wear it. You can maybe wear it as a high novice, but yeah, it's not gonna need it. All right, so let's go back to Payon. Let's go back and talk about the Eden group leveling quest. Let's do that once, and then let's go to Roto Frogs just to check it out. So Eden teleport officer. Walk through all of this stuff here. Let's talk to this mission board. I don't do all the mission boards. There's very few mission boards that I think are well worth it, and I think Spore, well, not this one, 11 to 25. Spore hunting is worth it because you're also doing the bounty board along with it. The bounty board was located on the left side. All right, thank you very much, Zeris. Much appreciated. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. So bounty boards for spores, 150 kills. Eden group leveling quest for spores, 30 spores. Very simple, very straightforward. So hopefully you added more dexterity, because you kind of need the hit for the spores, which is fine. Out plus U, view quest windows. You can remove the therapist one. There you go. I feel like the sound has been lower on stream. I think it doesn't save the sound level that I set it to. Swift Sport doesn't count for your boards, but it's good EXP anyways. Look at that EXP. That's a quest monster, seasonal monster. Don't worry about it. Not a big deal. So it will take a little while for you to just be here, kill the monsters, get some EXP, all that good stuff. So there is also another NPC I want to talk about, which I'm gonna go cover once I go to Frontera again. But yeah, one thing I want to emphasize is that the early leveling phase, 1 to 20, is not difficult. I mean, even 1 to 25 is not difficult, because you can just do the bounty boards for this monster for spores and do the eating group quest. Every 30 kills, turn it in, get EXP, and then you also have the spore quest you're working on. Finish that, turn it in, definitely get more than 1 level's worth of EXP, which you cannot multi-level, by the way. You have to level up 1 level plus 90% at a time if you get more EXP than your character actually needs. So yeah, very important to keep in mind. Very important. And of course, you have your novice potions, so you're going to use some. I leveled up increased HP recovery first. I can just use level 5 bash if I need to bash something. Just bash it and kill it. No problem. Might need 1 more strength here and there, but that's fine. Also, hotkeys, if I didn't explain that earlier. Shortcuts. You can set your hotkeys as you like. I said QWERTY, ASDFGH, ZXCVB, the whole row, and okay. And you know, you kind of have that accessible. That's why I have them like this. Another comment I do have is that you can actually go to Ant Hell at level 13. And you can actually fight the ant eggs, which don't move. And you'll get a good amount of EXP from them. For certain. Guaranteed. But you can just bash the monsters and get your EXP. Just move on to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. Battle spores here. Oh. They saw that. Alright, so we got 30 kills here. Good. So let's go turn it in and see what happens. So we're gonna keep an eye on the EXP. I'm gonna go to iRO Wiki EXP table really quick. I'm gonna look. I'm level 13. So level 13 to 14, you only need 6,100 EXP. Now we got 10,725. We went from 13 with 60-something% to 14 with 95%. Even though we could have probably gotten more than 1 level, we only got the 1 level and the 90% of the next one because we got a whole ton of EXP. So Yes, so you can also just go ahead and talk to the mission board again, pick it up again, and do it once more. But before we do that, we're gonna go take a little quick trip to Frontera. And no, I do not use full screen. So we saw that somebody was buying Webfoots. Oh yeah, by the way, you talk to this NPC if you want to travel to Juno. You don't have to take the airship anymore. Oh yeah, and don't forget to pick up your bounty board. Bounty boards are located outside of every city. They're located in... Sorry, not located outside. They're located inside the city, outside of tool dealer shops. You're looking for a bounty board outside tool dealer shop. With the exception of Morok. It's all the way to the left side for whatever reason. So bounty board 1 to 20. Check bounty boards. Oh no, there's no Rotoff Rock here. What does that mean? That means that you have to check iRO Wiki bounty board. Look at the bounty board quest. You can control find the monster, and guess what? It's actually in Geffen. You can also pick up the Ember Knight board if you want, but we're going to be focusing on Rotoff Rock. So let's just go to the Rotoff Rocks first. Let's go to Geffen, grab that. We're going to get some Zenny out of this anyway, so might as well just yeah. Oh look, somebody's paying. Oh, that's many of us. Never mind. Iron ore 500 Zenny. That's interesting. I've never seen somebody buy iron ore before. Somebody was selling materials. I mean, these are decent materials worth selling. Yes. Now you can actually sell the loot that you get for more Zenny than what the people are paying for, but oh, you can also get another Ammonite board here. I think you can do both of these boards and stack them together, but not Mandragora. Rotoff. Check bounty boards. Rotoff. Do I know how many people play daily? I do not know. That would be a very difficult number for me to actually get. I can tell you what the daily what the logging count shows, but most of the players talk outside of the game, like Discord or the forums. So yeah. Yeah, so you can at least sell your sticky webfoots for 2,000 Zenny if you set up a shop. We're going to talk about setting up shops in a little bit. Oh, and don't forget the hornets. You can also pick up the binding board for hornets. You can kill a hornet with one hit. Very easy leveling, very easy EXP. You have options of where you can go. And I think that's the beauty of all this. You have options. It's not just one place you go. People pay for these materials for particular reasons, whether it's crafting, brewing, material craft is kind of the same thing. You're crafting runes, you're crafting poison bottles, you're crafting elemental converters. There's all kinds of things people buy for these things. So it's well worth knowing that you can at least also go to Hornets and pick up some bee stingers and sell them to the buy shop. Who knows, maybe when you make poison bottles on your guillotine cross, you might be contributing to the market. Maybe you say, hey, you know what? I know how tough it is. I'll pay 1,000 Zenny for each one. The shopping board only searches for the city that you're in. Also, Ember Knight wouldn't be a bad monster to fight, but the emphasis I'm trying to make is that you can make Zenny as you're leveling. So we're going to places that have a particular item that people buy in buy shops, so that as you level up, you can get some pocket change to teleport to other maps or to get consumables for healing consumables and whatnot. Healing consumables, beginner fly wings, I mean, the Petacatarias, all that good stuff. And I forgot to show you where to get the cheap ninja stones, but we are going to go back once we maybe once we complete this bounty board. We should be able to go back. I think at most we're going to get all the way to level 26 and cover the first Eden group equipment quest. And then I'm gonna go back and review what I missed and try to do this again at another point in time with the slides, and maybe that might be the good version. Not to say this is the bad version, it's just I didn't have time to organize what I was gonna do for today. It's just, you know, busy. But yeah. And if you're watching the VOD, maybe if I put it on YouTube as well, check out the stream. I'm covering third classes, how to level them free to play style, meaning we're leveling with maybe quote unquote bare minimum, but we're basically just covering certain instances that classes can do. We're covering the episodic content, episode 16.1, 16.2, 17.1, 17.2. We're talking about the basics of leveling and building daily, quote unquote, daily routines that you can do to continue farming up a little bit, get your Zenny up, get your levels up, maybe get some gear, maybe get a rare drop to sell. So come join me for that tomorrow, maybe 9 a.m. Eastern if I sleep on time, 10 a.m. Eastern at the latest. Because yeah, I sleep for a good while. And again, you can also just bash the Rotafrogs. Easy. You can do, yeah, you can level up merchant. You can level up merchant, thief. What's it? Merchant, thief, swordman. I mean, gunslinger, ninja the same way. Archer can level up the same way. These maps are pretty good because they're easy to access. The monsters are easy to kill. You're gonna be auto attacking. Remember, knight, swordman has bash, so they're gonna be using bash because they can. But if you auto attack, you have the novice potions. If you make some Zenny from selling these items, you can buy yourself some criatura and use that to heal yourself with. So you have options. Spores, Rotafrogs, while people still buy sticky wetfoots. When they don't buy sticky wetfoots, it'll be a leveling spot, but there probably won't be a market for these items. So I'm trying to at least guide you guys in the direction where there's like some sort of market for the particular items that we're hunting. Oh yeah, and I think the sound is down again for whatever reason. Let's bump it up a little bit. Yeah, I think even if I teleport, it does that as well. Interesting. But yeah, so you can just auto attack. You're probably gonna kill the frogs in 2 hits anyways with any class. Archer will be the same case. Merchant will be the same case. Thief will be the same case. Hornets, Rotafrogs, Spores, easy choices. You can go anywhere else you want. But remember, right now we're only covering stuff that will net you some Zenny, because I know people get very worried about Zenny. They see stuff that is worth millions of Zenny, but one point I want to emphasize is you don't have to worry about things being worth so much Zenny. What you have to worry about is being able to level up. That is by far more important than whatever the price of things are. A lot of those things you're going to be equipping later on in the future when you actually have Zenny, when you actually farm stuff. It might take a while, but it's doable. But at the same time, you're more than capable of leveling without relying on those things as well. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, you're more than welcome to ask at this point. There's also an Eden Group equipment quest you can do at level 12, but I skip it because the matter of the fact is you really don't need it. The monster you're fighting right now with the bounty boards and whatever market they have to them, you don't have to do more than what you got at the moment. Your beginner weapon that you get from changing jobs at the academy, the enchants you get on it, whether you're playing archer and you get more HP or more or you get fighting spirit, you get more attack on it, whatever, you're going to be attacking from far away. You're going to kill them before they get to you. If you're using thief, I don't think you can enchant the knife, but a thief is going to be just fine because they get double attack anyways, and they have more flee. Really wish the volume didn't go down. Let's see, does that work? So anyways, so hopefully we can do this up to level 26, do the first eating group equipment quest, and that'll be a good stopping point. Level 13, you can also go to ant hell and fight the ant eggs. Just the ant eggs, not the ants. I think you need to wait till level 18 to fight the ants to be able to get full EXP from them. So don't worry, we are still going to be talking about traveling. We're going to be talking about the ninja consumables in the eating group where you can buy them. And yeah. So you're not going to be making a super whole ton of zenny for these things. And you might be tempted to buy NPC gear, but do not buy NPC gear. It's not worth it. It really is not. Now, if you were to buy an NPC weapon, there are some weapons that are actually better than the eating group weapon, or just have better functionality without having to acquire the eating group weapon. Funny enough, yeah, that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough to hear. One thing you can do though is hunter bow. Hunter bow is great for hunters with hunting arrows. And use an elemental converter and you get more damage that way. If you are a knight, if you are a crusader and you want to use Holy Cross deals double damage if you use a two-handed spear. So if you get a +0 NPC lands, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. If you get a +5, good for you. That's good. So it's pretty good. It's really, really good. I think early on, I think Jamadhar is the Qatar is pretty good on its own as well. Let me just verify this real quick. So Jamadhar is 165 attack, and then eating group Qatar. Early on, what I'm saying early on is before you get the enchants, because the eating group Qatar is 155 attack. The Jamadhar is 165 attack. But once you get the enchants on the eating group weapon, it becomes better. If you get brute enchants, it's better for fighting brute monsters, of course. But in general, the Jamadhar is just decent as it is. But if you get the brute enchants, you can probably fight ruins. But honestly, you can do so much better than ruins with an assassin, because assassin can actually one-shot Dark Priest with level 8 Sonic Blow using Fire Elemental Converter, and that's probably more effective than that. Knight Swordman is probably the easiest class to use to show the use of potions, Nepeticateria. Talking about SP conservation, just using the low-level skills, or just auto-attacking in general. So the point is just to kind of show the process of leveling, the basic zenny, where to go, what to do, because I think that's something that is not shown as often. So I might want to cut parts of this stuff and put it together and just talk about the leveling process, the mysterious bug, how to travel, and low level leveling all the way to level 26, not 126, to level 26. Because level 26 you get access to the eating group equipment quest. And then from there on, you can kind of choose where you want to go. Whether you do, well, you still have to wait before you can fight orcs. So you can then go to Ant Hell, or then you can go to orcs at level 30, or you can go to Pan Dungeon, which is probably more convenient. There's more red herbs, skeleton bones, which is something people buy. Thank you very much, Ace. Really appreciate it. I'll be on tomorrow again around 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm gonna be leveling a ranger. I'm leveling a ranger, so you can come by and check out what I do with that. So feel free to join in anytime and appreciate the support. So thank you for stopping by and see you soon. Oh, and tell you the friend who recommended the channel to you, tell him thanks for me, please, because I really appreciate that. All right, guys, so we're still moving onwards. We're gonna finish Rudderfox. We're gonna go back to Spores. And then after that, hopefully we'll be able to get into the level, say level. Oh yeah, the reset NPC. We want to talk about the reset NPC. It's a really good NPC. A skill reset though, skill reset. You can actually reset your skills, you know, unlimited skill resets, believe it or not. So yeah, so doing one bounty board might get you very, very close to the, you know, to level 20. So you don't have to do all bounty boards. You can just pick one place and do. So Swordman is just the easier class to kind of just show the job change, the weapon enchant, because Steve doesn't get the weapon enchants, Mage doesn't get the weapon enchants. They have a nice HP pool anyways. Easier to just go around, click stuff. Yeah, non-booster. Yeah, how to get non-booster character started. It's very simple. It's very straightforward, you know. They can take a hit. And the leveling spots are kind of the same for most characters except for Mage. Oh yeah, Eden equipment is good though. I don't know why people think of it so bad, but it's good equipment. It's basic. It's good. Gets the job done. And most of the monsters you fight die in 2 hits right now. Try to players. A ver, dime eso en español. But yeah, I'm probably gonna cut up a lot of this just to make it easier to watch. But this might be, you know, something I should work on soon. Maybe Tuesday. Decía que le pidiese equipo a tus jugadores. Ah, que le pida. No, ¿para qué? ¿Para qué? Oh no, there's a toad over there. Scary. It's coming this way. Oh no. I'm gonna die to the toad. Oh no, scary. Anyways. So there's some headgear. Hooray. It's one of those super novice equipments, but honestly, I don't really see people using that anymore, so what can I tell you? It's just NPC it. Enjoy your 5K Zenny. But yeah, just remember, Rotafrogs, because people buy sticky web foots for some Zenny. The price varies. I've seen it go from 500 to 850 to 1,000 to 2,000 Zenny. But spores and hornets will remain more relevant long term, because those are things that will be continued to be used whether it's for the red herb activator, whether it's for the poison bottles that people make, whether it's strawberries that people use for, I think that's what they use for WoW TE, right? Do people use strawberries for WoW TE? Yeah, you can also set the store. That's also another thing I'm gonna cover is when I get some Zenny to teleport and do the quest. But yeah. I'm also going to talk about the offline shop. I gotta stop using my flywing because it turns off the sound, the BGM. For whatever reason, the BGM doesn't stay at the set volume. These are good jams. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I did it. I'm like, okay, guys, don't worry. Get your teleport tickets. Good thing I'm gonna edit this, right? I use my yellow butterfly wings. You can use until level 40. Has the level limit? Don't worry, don't worry. The main purpose, it's not the whole thing that we're gonna be uploading. We're gonna be cutting up the pieces that actually matter. This is kind of just the this is just the filling while I get to the goal of level 26. I did this in a rush manner too, by the way. Like, I just turn on the stream and let's go with Swordman, because Swordman is, you know, decent enough for this. Oh, yawn. But what was until level 40? You can use the tickets until level 40, you mean? Ah, the storage one. Okay. Well, no problem there. I'm not really using the storage. Oh, interesting. All right. Well, we have 154 sticky webfoots. Let's go back to Payon. Wow, 500 in each. Anyways. These should be enough stats for now. So we're going to be boosting our vitality a little bit more. Remember, this is not a Swordman guide. It's just part of, you know, what we're talking about in terms of leveling locations and all the other stuff you got to do. Or the stuff that you can do early on to, you know, get your levels and whatnot. So let's go ahead and do just that. Okay. Okay, let's continue moving forward. And the cool thing is that once you do the academy and you go level up at spores or hornets or rotor frogs, you don't really have to use a lot of consumables, just the novice potions that you get. Once those run out though, the zenny that you made from collecting all of these items will be worthwhile, because then you can buy your Nepetacaterias. You can save zenny on that. Easy healing consumable. Then you can go to Payan Dungeon. You can go to Ant Hell. Yeah, it ought to work. A red herb. Remember, strawberry is a lower drop rate on these monsters than, you know, sticky webfoot is. So you probably make more out of sticky webfoots. So yeah. And we're just using up bash level 5 because it'll make things a bit faster. Why is sticky though? I don't know. I think it has to do with the frog. The frog is probably slimy. I use tickets a lot. They're kind of picky. You can use them when you're a VIP at any kind of level. And VIPs work on careful stuff. I mean, to be fair, you're level 45. You know, you're already a capable adventurer. So I don't know, man. I think I think the cafe employee might be right about that. Just saying. Just saying. Right. Well, that's interesting. In fact, you know what? I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna use up my SP first before we go back and turn this quest in. At least the sport quest. iRO being iRO, yeah, I mean, it is iRO. Oh, excuse me 1 second. All right, we're almost out of SP. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn in the spore mission. Get more EXP. 750 is the best you can get for red herbs right now, but I didn't sell it, but just keep in mind that prices do go up and down here and there. So all right, so the cool thing about this is you can do this quest all the way to wow, that was a full level. So yeah, sport quest all the way through, easy. Oh no, that thing right there, goodness. So 1.5k Zenny is the best I've seen for strawberries. So yeah. Also, if you sell an item to a buy shop, there is a chance that that buy shop may be an offline buy shop, and you're gonna get your Zenny mailed to you. Don't worry, once we do the eating group equipment quest, we're gonna be talking about offline vending and traveling around. Right now, we're just focused on needing to be where we need to be, and then we'll proceed from there. Can't wait to talk about the dungeon teleporter. Less than 25k Zenny, you don't get charged for booking a teleport to a location. Very nice. Anyways, good stuff. Good stuff. So when it says that the quest runs from level 11 to 25, it means you can do the quest at level 25. So once you're level 26, you can no longer do it. Good thing that means that once you get to level 26, it's time for eating group equipment quest. So you get some better gear, you get more damage, and you can easily go on to another location that'll be to your convenience. And of course, if you're watching the entire VOD up to this point, I really appreciate it. I know that a lot of it has been kind of just farming here and there, but trust me, it's relaxing, it's chill. You kind of get an idea of where to go, what to do. If you're making a new character, you can probably even say, hey, you know what? I think this might be good, really good for a friend of mine who wants to get started and doesn't know how. I could probably go into more detail about a couple of things, but I think the detail suffices for what you're trying to accomplish early on. Just kind of get the ball rolling, kind of get started. Which is kind of what I think is of high value. And sometimes some people spend an hour stuck in Isloot. And that's very unfortunate. So I like to see less of that. Oh, venomous canine may be an item that people buy as well for poison bottle creation. So I need to do a bit more thorough, coverage on the early game items you can find and sell that people actually use. So, yep. If you want to get a Swordman started, then this is probably for you. So enjoy that. Any other class would do the same thing with the exception of Mage. I think Mage would probably be using lightning bolts against these spores. So, or lightning bolt against Rotafrog, or they might be using Just one thing. Hornets is changes. Yeah, you can also probably just use Firebolt on the Hornets because you're gonna be using fire spells anyway long term. So yeah, I think it's gonna be all right. As we're almost done with another turn in for these. You know, I forgot to check. What EXP percent are we at right now? Oh, 275% EXP. Wow, that's a lot of EXP. I should be leveling my ranger on the weekends instead. Goodness. I wish they'd keep this all the way into maintenance though. Anyway, back to Payon, back to the eating group, turn it in, pick it up again. Talk to the NPC. Get your EXP. Keep in mind that server rates are 275% EXP, so it's 2.75x rate at the moment. So it might be a little bit faster if you're doing this outside of the weekend where the EXP is probably lower. But the concept remains the same. You're going to be doing this all the way to level 26. So yeah. You're with me on this one. Everybody understands that part, right? Right, so 30 more to go. Oh, we're in a good spot actually. And notice I'm not even using concentration potion. But if you were a thief or an archer merchant, you might want to pick one up just for the little bit of attack speed. Boing, 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 boing. So don't forget tomorrow we are doing third class free to play. We're doing ranger. We're gonna continue ranger. We're gonna go over the dailies that I think are essential to do. We're gonna cover illusion dungeon dailies, episode 16.1, episode 16.2. Maybe we'll do 17.1 dailies, maybe. We're gonna do Sarah's Memories, Airship Raid, Ghost Palace. And we'll see what else we can come up with. Back to basics. Yes, I was actually doing it because I ran into a lot of people that, oh, we're level 26. Let's finish this quest. That were doing the, that were coming in, but they had seen me do this on a booster character, and I kind of wanted to cover things from a non-booster perspective, just to kind of give people an idea how to get the ball rolling. So I think we might do this on Sundays. I think maybe. I think up to level 70 is the ideal level, because after 70 you kind of just, you know where to go after 70. It's kind of, you know, same as the booster stuff. You're still going to be doing the evil druids and raids, eating group leveling quests. We're going to be doing goats and grand pecos, or you're going to be doing the harpies, or you're going to be doing geographers all the way to level 80. So kind of works. All right, so we're done with the eating group leveling quest. So we're going to go ahead and turn that in right now after the next kill. Or next 2 kills, more like. Set down, get my SP. All right, so we got 25 strawberries, 36 red herbs. There's a chance that people may be paying a decent price for it, so we're gonna check the shops. At the very least, I think I do need some zenny. We can probably sell the sticky wet foot. Oh, sticky wet foots might net a bit more, but we'll see. Let me see. Buy shop. Sticky wet foot. No one's buying it here. Oh, 500 zennies, not much. Somebody was paying 815 Promptera. Red herb, 750. I think 750 is the best price I've seen. Strawberry, 1.5k zenny for strawberries is not a bad deal. We could probably do more, but you know, just want to get some zenny for the stuff I want to showcase next. So very important thing I want to mention is I would like for you to always keep your zenny below 25,000 zenny. Very important. So when you sell an item and the shop that you're selling to has this, there's just a timer for an offline buy shop, meaning that when you sell the item, you're not going to get the 15k zenny right away. In fact, you're going to get the zenny in the mail once it loads up. There we go. And you're going to take the zenny from there. So yeah. All right, now when it comes to the shop stuff, tool merchants, beginner fly wings. Whenever you run out of fly wings, you buy these. They weigh 0. You can use them up to level 198. 1,000 of these is just 10,000 zenny. Think of all the teleport you can do with that much. I'm gonna take a concentration potion, and then if you see a cat, which I don't think I see a cat here, is there a merchant here or no? I don't think there is, right? The cat merchants. Nope, there's no cat merchant here. Well, we'll talk about it later. So let's go ahead and turn this quest in. Go up, 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 up. Talk to her. Turn in the quest, level 27. Great. Now, you talk to Instructor Boya, but before that, I'm going to give you guys a link. iRO Wiki Eating Group Equipment Quest, level 26 to 39. Very important stuff I do want to talk about that you guys need to know. Trust me, you have to know this. You can teleport to certain dungeons. I want to talk about that just shortly. Talk to Instructor Boya. Don't you have equipment? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, yes. Due to emotion. What? Okay. Yeah. Participate in the training. You have to go to pay on dungeon. Now, if you're in iRO, we have the dungeon teleporter right here. Some people are blocking it, but it's okay. So you cannot use it if you're not in a party, but guess what? If you make a party of 1, can talk to you. Oh no, 25,000 zen to book your services if you're not VIP. Oh no, what will I do? Anyways, so you select pay on dungeon, less than 25,000 zenny, you will not be charged for booking the teleport to the map. Pretty cool, huh? Now, let me go back once again. Wasting all my resources, but we're here for the educational part of it, right? Right. Oh, decayed nail, sticky poison. Wow. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta go back there. So I was doing some research on the stuff that people buy from crafting materials, and I never saw anyone buying decayed nails. 250 zen is not much, but I'm surprised that someone is paying for it. Now, I know that a lot of these items are not huge zenny. Oh, here we go. Dungeon Teleporter, remove booking. So these are your options. Glass Time, Juperos, Biology Laboratory, Vialan Island, Pyramid, Payon Dungeon, Anthill, Frontier Covert, Abyss Lake, Cursed Monastery, Ice Dungeon, Rachel Sanctuary, Doris Volcano, Amatsu Dungeon, Beach Dungeon, Bifrost Tower, Scaraba Dungeon, level 1, not level 2, Orc Dungeon, outside of Orc Dungeon, Dragon's Nest, which is Lasagna Dungeon, Mjolnir Death Pits, which is Coal Mines. So, places that I do recommend early on for, you know, level 1 to 20. Maybe Anthill. Payon Dungeon is definitely after level 20. Orc Dungeon is definitely after level 30. Payon Dungeon. So we're gonna be going back to Payon Dungeon. If you're a mage, you can do this level 13. You get Fireball and just blast the ant eggs and you're pretty much good. So you talk to this NPC. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. 15 skeletons. Cool. Just gonna check if there's a cat outside here. There's no cat. Where's the... There's no cat here. Wow, okay, that's surprising. Anyways, I was looking for the Nepetacaterias though, so... Alright, let's go in here. 15 skeletons. Yeah, you can use Bash. And of course, there's also red herbs, skeleton bones. You saw somebody buying decayed nails, so pick those up. The zombies, you can auto attack all of these monsters with ease. You can probably put a few points of agility if you like. Once you have your stats in the 20s, you can do that. It's fine. So we get 11 attack speed with a concentration potion, which is totally worth it. You can just auto attack and use your potions. No problem. We will need some Nepetacaterias though, so they come in handy. So we get 3% EXP for every skeleton that we kill. And don't forget, we also have the Spore bounty board to turn in and the Rotafrog bounty board. So we're in a pretty good spot right now. Very, very good spot. Well, like in about 2 hours, you can get to level 30. Which is acceptable, to be honest, because, you know, you're starting off... Well, you have 275% server EXP, so you are leveling a bit faster than usual. Oh, watch out for the bats. They're gonna hit you with a blind attack. You're gonna be blinded. If you don't have any green potions on you, then that'll be a bit of a hassle. If you want to expedite the process, use 2 bashes, teleport, 2 bashes, teleport. You might want to bash the familiars. They are annoying. Auto attack the zombies, why not? Bash the familiar. Bash and bash. Skeleton bone. There are people that buy skeleton bones, so hold on to those for when you find a shop that buys them. So you are on, and you are in good hands. You're in good hands. Watch, you're about to be level 27. Oh, I'm sorry, level 28. You're pretty much done with your skeleton hunt here. Go back up, turn this in. Talk to the eating group member. Free heals. So you can just go back in and spam bash to your heart's content. Find the pulp rings. Bash and bash. No problem. Bash and bash. You know, pourings are like nature's piñatas. Once they pop, they got goodies in them. Most of the time, but sometimes they only have the sticky mucus and the garlet, so. I wish the sound didn't go down. I need to figure this thing out. Because I kind of like the BGM running in the background a bit louder. Well, not that loud. Nature's piñatas. Yep. Oh, and yeah, you still have the blessing edge scrolls. You can use this if you want. But like I said, you kind of don't need to. And I'm kind of proving that you kind of don't need to because you can still hit everything within reason. Oh, and with 13,000 Zenny, we can buy a lot of the Petticatarias. So... No, wait, don't burn up, don't burn up. Ah. Oh, they teleported away? Cool. Alright, cool. Ah, there you go. Gotcha. So yeah, so I think after at level 30, you actually have two options of where you can go. You can either go to Orc Dungeon or you can go to Payon Dungeon. Both options are really, really good if you are a melee class. Well, less on Orc Dungeon for Thief, because Thief is single target, so Thief has to go to Payon Dungeon, or Thief can go to Payon Dungeon. It's much easier. And remember, I'm talking about the path of least resistance here. I'm talking about the easiest leveling spot you can go to that doesn't require all that much extra effort. It's just very easy to go to. Anyone can handle it. You can auto attack the monster. That's the kind of stuff that I'm trying to show on my streams. Just the easiest approach possible. Make things less complicated for anyone trying to level up. Yeah, sure, there's other places you can go to, but hey, this works. It's easy. Less HP push is consumed. Go ahead and take down the familiar first. Don't forget to use your potions. Just auto attack. And one more pauper ring and we're done with this place. There we go. Pauper ring complete. Let's get out of here. And the best part is about to come up when you get access to the weapons. So we're going to be going back to Payon. We're going to sell the decayed nails to the to this person, because I don't see anyone else buying decayed nails ever. I hardly ever see anyone buy them. So now we're gonna talk to Instructor Boya. You go over to this room, Administrator Michael, to get supplies. Give me the items. So You can choose between both weapons. I will choose fast before the options expire. You can probably go with the saber for now. One-handed, but you can also do two-handed. I'm gonna go for the saber for the attack speed. I think that was the choice. I could have screwed this up because I didn't check the numbers before then. 40 plus, yeah. Actually, 40 plus, you can get the Slayer because it'll be like the two-handed weapon, and when you change to Knight, you'll be able to use the two-handed weapon right away. So saber is fine for now. So we go from 59 attack to 147 attack. And now, very, very key change here. When you go from the Eden Group weapons, sorry, from the Conishers and the weapon to the Eden Group stuff, the Conisher is 100 HP and 50 SP. The Eden Group armor is 200 HP and 20 SP. It's a slight change, because now you're going to be having less than 116 SP, but it's fine because you're still going to be just as tanky. An option you have is you can probably get into Magnum Break level 10, and you can go fight orcs with that. But you're going to be using a lot more potions though. That's the thing. So you do get a bit more defense. Fight defense is nothing. The SP recovery is decent. The 10% neutral property damage reduction is the best part of this equipment. This is the thing. This is the reason why you get the Eden Group in tow. The Eden Group weapon, 147 attack compared to our 59 attack and 100 HP. Yeah, no, by all means. So we go from what? We go from 766 HP to 766 HP. We keep the same HP, just 50 less SP. You can live through it. You'll be fine. So let's head on over to Geffen. Or actually, let's start off in Frontera. Frontera. Let's start off in Payon. Let's turn in the Sport Bounty Board. We are gonna over level, but that doesn't. It's not a problem. It's not a real issue. Just go ahead and turn in Collect Bounty Board. 29 and almost next level. 20 to 40. So you can hunt skeleton and soldier skeleton. Now, here's the very important thing that no one really tells you about when it comes to renewal. Level differences. If you have a 15 level difference from the enemy you're fighting, if they're 16 levels and higher, you don't get full EXP from them. But if they are within 15 level range of you get full EXP from them, maybe even a bit more. More on that information right here. Check bounty board. We're gonna take soldier skeleton. Remember, we could probably go to orcs, but it's a bit risky because if we get mobbed, we could probably die. We don't have enough potions for healing, but we could. Oh, and one more thing. You do get some Zenny from bounty boards. You get monster level times 100 in terms of Zenny. Oh, you know what? I did forget one thing in the beginning of the stream. I forgot to tell you guys about the NPC that gives you the 30 HP and 10 SP. That's what I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something in Frontera. So anyways, I'm gonna put this at the beginning of the video, but it's gonna be funny to just jump from there to there. So as you can join one of these. This one gives you 1 strength, 1 wit, 1 intelligence, 1 dexterity, 1 intelligence, 1 luck, and this one gives you 1 agility, 1 dexterity. If you join the sword clan, you get 1 strength, 1 vitality, 30 HP, and 10 SP, which doesn't make a humongous difference, but it's a little bit of a nice bonus to have if you were making a brand new character. So yeah, that's the thing I forgot to add into the beginning of this stream. So anyways, now cat paw shrimp merchant. If you want to sell the junk loot, go ahead. Don't sell the skeleton bone. You want to sell that headgear that you got? That's cool. 6,000. So what I want you to do, Nepeticateria. If you buy 1,000 of these, 967 weight to 1,067 weight. Like it was 100 weight for these 1,000. That's good. It's really good. Oh, before we do that, let's go. Well, let's go to Payon first. Let me show you the teleport for Payon. So now that you have less than 10,000 Zenny, which is good, you know, dungeon teleporter. Oh yeah, you can remove booking. You can go to work dungeon if you like, but let's go check out Payon dungeon first, because I want to emphasize that the damage difference, we used to do like 100 and something damage, right? Let's go back to the cottage. This one doesn't give any strength, so we did 112 damage, and now we do 196 damage. We do 80 more damage basically, and that's pretty good. So when you go to this map, that's a level 29. The archer skeletons are much higher level than you. They're level 50. You have to be level 35 to get full EXP from them. Look at how much you got here from the Nepeticateria just now. Let's go give it a try. So remember, you have your beginner fly wings, teleport around, avoid the archers. The archers are too high level for you to get full EXP. So just fight the soldier skeleton. If you want to be brave and you want to go ahead and use Magnum Break level 10 with maybe a couple of skeletons, by all means. Just remember, you can only do 3 Magnum Breaks at a time. You don't have the SP pool to do more than that, so you want to bash and out attack, by all means. You get 4% per kill, which is pretty decent. But then again, it seems like all the soldier skeletons are kind of focusing one single spot. But good thing you can Magnum Break one stack and just out attack the rest of them. Teleport 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 75 Zenny to heal up. That's pretty good. That's pretty cheap, right? I wish I was level 35 because there's a lot of archer skeletons all over the place. So you can make a little mob if you like. Just remember that to very high amounts of mobs, there's consequences. Don't over mob. But hey, you got Nepeticaterias, you got 1,000 of them, so just out attack after your Magnum Break. Boom, easy. And we still have the Roda Frog bounty board to turn in, so you know that's probably another level right there. Remember, 15 Zenny each Nepeticateria, no discount. You You don't use discount, that's fine. You can sell the sticky weapons that you got. You can sell the red herbs that you got, the strawberries that you got, and it'll pay for your leveling process. And we rinse and repeat. Teleport around, attack, single target. And again, 10 zenny for each beginner fly wing. That's a pretty good deal. So we're gonna make me break this. Auto attack, tap, 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 tap. Very simple. At least someone's clearing the archer skeletons. I only have 10 SP on me, so I'm not gonna make a mob. Truth be told, I kind of do miss the extra SP, but yeah. Here we go. Again, you still have their blessing agi scrolls. You can use those if you like. And the reason why I'm not doing orcs with Magnum Break is because there's a very good chance I'll die. And I kind of want to give you guys the simple approach, the easy way to kind of just go about it. Not feel like, oh, and I have to speed level. No. This is the path of least resistance. I like to call it that, but you know. And bounty boards, totally the way to go. Now let's get the next job level and let's head on over to Geffen after this. Turn in our board for Rota Frogs and see where we go from there. Oh, this is a very nice mob actually. Too good of a mob. We're gonna have to use 2 Magnum Break, so spam, Magnum Break, spam. There we go. And remember, avoid the archer skeletons. You might also notice that their name is in red. That's because they're too high level for you. Another Magnum Break, auto attack, potion, auto attack, potion. Neat. Let's go to Geffen real quick. Luanda is easy to handle, the XP is very nice. That's pretty good to know. Oh, and by the way, for the record, if you want to travel to any city in Ruined Midgard, you go to Frontera. You talk to the Cafe Teleport services and they'll take you to most of the maps. But they'll take you to most of the cities. They'll take you to they'll take you to Alberta, Payon, Islud, Aldebaran, Geffen, Morok, Komodo, and I think they also do Umbala. Another time for back to basics, I'll cover the other place you can go to. So I hope this kind of gives you a basic idea. I'm gonna try to work figuring out how to put this information, maybe add different leveling options for the level 30 plus. But before we go, we're gonna go try orcs with Nepeticateria. It's gonna be crazy. we're just showing people the basics of teleporting around, basic markets, basic leveling, where to go, what to do. Using melee physical class, you can do the same thing on a archer, on merchants, on a thief. Acolyte and mage are a bit different, but it's just to kind of give the idea of where you can go. I think even acolyte can do this if you just bash things with your maze. But yeah, so let's go try Orc Dungeon real quick. We might die, which will be funny, but I'm here for the entertainment. So we're gonna use our Blessing Agi Scrolls. We're gonna run around. Oh, there's Orc Lord right there. That's MVP. Be careful with that. If you die, just come back. Remember, have less than 25,000 cities so you don't get charged by the NPC. Let's go to this wall over here. This is nice spots. So Magnum Break and Magnum Break. 34% EXP. So yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. I level 30. With the Eden group stuff, just go make a mob of orcs. Spam your Nepetas, teleport out, kill up, get back your 10 SP, rinse and repeat. Don't use the strawberries, sell the strawberries. Rinse and repeat. This looks like a nice mob, so I'm gonna grab this mob here. Magnum Break. Magnum Break. Teleport. Oh, we're bleeding. We're gonna die from the bleed, I think. Also, pick up the Orcish vouchers. They're well worth. Also, Nepeta Kateri is very cheap. So if you want to stay alive because you use your buffs or whatever, go ahead. But you're not gonna be able to heal your HP or SP because of this bleed thing. So we're gonna use the honey that we got from the toad. I want to just keep going like this. So they're gonna die in two Magnum Breaks. So we can probably boost our vitality a little bit. 30 strength, 30 vit, 30 dexterity, some agility. You should be fine. This mob looks a little too large for my liking, so I'm gonna Magnum Break, run away, Magnum Break, Magnum Break, level up. Look at that, level up again. So you can just spam Nepeta Kateri, use Magnum Break. And if you run out of SP, go inside Orc Dungeon and just sit down. I'm not even joking, just go inside, sit down, you know. Why bother dying, going back to town where you can just continue using your Magnum Break. Heal up. Sitting is one of the greatest game mechanics ever. Extremely underutilized. But it's so good. All right, so there's a nice mob here. We don't have 60 SP though. We're gonna use the blue herb that we got randomly. I missed all the enemies. Magnum Break, spam your Nepetas. Spam your Nepetas like there's no tomorrow. Oh, guess what? We got hit with bleed again. So yeah, anyways. Go ahead, make your mobs. We used up a few Nepeta Kateri so far. But remember, you still got 50 red herbs. You still got 15 strawberries. We're out of our novice fly wings. We now are going to start using beginner fly wings. The Nepeta Kateri heals more than the novice red potion. So we're going to start using that instead. It takes 2 Magnum breaks to still kill the monsters. We're gonna go ahead and just make one more mob, because this is so simple, so straightforward. It involves a little risk, but what's life without a little risk? Leveled up yet again. Remember, server rates are set to 275% EXP. You're probably not gonna get the same amount of EXP from the mobbing, but the main idea is that if you can do it, if you can spam the Nepetecataria and just use Magnum Break on the orcs, you will be rewarded handsomely. Is that the expression? Anyways, looks good. Looks good, sounds good, must be bear. What? No, not exactly. Not exactly. 60 SP, we got 2 Magnum Breaks in place. Magnum Break 1. Spaniard Nepetus, Magnum Break 2. So close to leveling, but that's fine. We'll leave it at that for now. So now we're gonna talk about, you had a type 1 rank number 1 in iRO. Wow, that's incredible. So we're gonna talk about something very interesting that a lot of you may not know about, but it's okay to not know because you're here to learn. I hope. Right? Right. Good. That's the spirit. So we're going to be going over to Alberta. You remember back then when you had to keep your character online to sell stuff, to vend stuff? Well, guess what? Now, oh, here's a mysterious bug again. Let's kill it just for fun. Go, 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 go. Oh, okay, we got another component. Cool. So if you go to Alberta and you go over here, you talk to this NPC, Department of Employment. You have to be level 40. Oh my goodness, you have ruined the stream. Okay, I'm gonna save the stream. Hold on a second. This character was from the booster series, but I did it in a way that I wasn't very happy with. I died a lot. Like, it was faster than the regular method, but I died a lot, and I realized that dying a lot may be discouraging to new players. So anyways, here's the deal. Do you remember back then when you had to, you know, keep your merchant online so you can vend stuff? Well, guess what? That changed. Now, if you're level 40, because we just learned that the hard way, if you want to get a beginner level request, because you can buy the vending vouchers, the offline vending or offline buying vouchers, but you can do a quest, beginner level quest. You get a 10-day, it's actually 10 days, by the way. So accept. You have to deliver this to Prontera, the forge in Prontera. So the easy way to go about this without using the booster items, because this was a booster character, so disregard all that stuff I have in here. And we don't need to look at the quest either, so you can go to the eating group and teleport to Prontera. You can also just save here, because if you try to teleport, it's going to take you to Payon, but it's kind of the same thing. Go to the eating group, you'll be just fine. Go to the eating group, talk to Aperture, go to the forge. The forge means the blacksmith. Oh, these are the beginner's fly wings. I have to walk. Oh, I'll speed it up. Okay. And you talk to the sheep. The sheep complimented you for your hard work. Yeah, walking was very hard work. Okay. As the sheep receives the box gets dragged into its hair. Then a small piece of paper gets printed out from its belly with a machine-like sound. It says it should be submitted to Alberta Merchant Guild. Well, thank you very much. So now you're going to be going back to, Alberta. Back to the Merchant Guild. Can you believe you have to be base level 40 to do that? Anyway, so you go back, you talk to the NPC. Beginner, so you have to choose one. Beginner merchant is to sell. Beginner shopper is to shop. You shop for things. But merchant, let me think about it for a second. Okay, so if you go back to the offline voucher link, personal shopper means you're shopping for personal use. Consignment merchant is just you're a merchant. So go with the merchant. Beginner merchant envelope. So I wonder if I can put this in my storage and just trade it to the Swordman, but I do want to sell the things with the Swordman. Just set up a shop just to give you guys an example. So let me see if I can put this in the storage. I don't have 500 Zenny. What do you mean I don't have 500 Zenny? Oh my god, I only have 37 Zenny. Okay, well. Good thing I'm editing this stuff out. I think. So let's see. Can you put in the storage? Please tell me you can put in the storage. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. So we're going to switch back to basics. And just like magic, in our storage, we're going to have a merchant voucher, which we're going to be using on our character to sell the items. Normally you have to be level 40. Don't tell me I got disconnected. Oh my god. Don't tell me I got disconnected. Don't tell me I got disconnected. Success. I did not get disconnected. All right, cool. All right, so use the storage. We're going to take this out because technically you shouldn't have it, but here we are. You open it. You have a consignment merchant voucher. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to go to a nice little spot. Well, first of all, you're going to check the prices for strawberries, sticky wet foots. So sticky wet foot, you're going to get a piece of paper. You're going to write it down. People selling it for, okay, so I can set sticky wet foot for 3,000. I can only pick 3 items because the consignment merchant voucher allows me to sell 3 items. So sticky wet foot, guess what? Sticky wet foot, 3k Zenny. Strawberry, hopefully somebody's selling one or not. 2.5k Zenny is a good price. Strawberry, 2.5k Zenny. And then we also have red herb. Red herb is probably gonna be a decent price. Saffron. People are paying 750 Zenny for it. Let's see if anybody's buying skeleton bone. No one's buying skeleton bone. I'm gonna check Alberta real quick. There's somebody that buys it there. And yeah, if you're making a brand new account and stuff and you may not be aware yet, but oh, they're not here buying tentacle, mystic. Nope. Oh, they're brand. Nope, they're not buying the tentacle. All right, we're going back to Frontera. And we're gonna set up our shop for the prices that we saw. Sticky wetfoot, and then red herb 1k zenny, I think it was. Was it? It was 1.5. I think it was 1000 zenny, right? Yeah, 1.5k zenny. I guess red herb 1.5. Let's stay with that price. So let's just find a nice little spot. You just put it right here. So double click the consignment merchant voucher. Select your items. Red herb, drag it in. Sticky wetfoot, drag it in. And strawberry, drag it in. Strawberry, we said was going to be 2.5k zenny. Okay, so 2512. Sticky wetfoot, we said was going to be 3000 zenny. And then red herb, we said was going to be 1500 zenny. And you just title your shop, you know, red herb, sticky strawberry. And then okay. And then you select the location. I'm gonna put it right. This is a good spot right here. You want to vend? There we go. But if it doesn't go through, shop and chat room disabled at current location. Okay. So then you said okay again and just go right here. And then your shop is set up. It makes a carbon copy of your character. And that's pretty much it. That's how it goes. Close. If you select cancel, it's gonna close the shop. And well, let me show you what happens if you select cancel. If you cancel, unsold item has sent to iRO Dex. So you go to your mail and you get your items back. If you sold anything, you're gonna get some zenny in the mail. So let's go ahead. You can also hold Alt and right click. 1500 for the red herb, 3000 for sticky wetfoot, and strawberry was 2500. So red herb, strawberry, sticky wetfoot. And just set up shop again at the location you had it set up at, and that's it. Lumino, how are you? Hello. You're supposed to be base level 40, but we did the quest on my main, well, not my main, the gunslinger we had on this account. So yeah, I'm doing just fine. I'm just kind of finishing up covering the back to basic stuff. There's probably a few more things I would like to cover, but I covered kind of what's, you know, crucial for new players. And yeah, very happy to hear from you. Hope you've been well. Now, my laptop ran out of battery just now, so we're gonna wrap up the stream. I can't even hear myself talk. So if you enjoyed the content, feel free to hit the follow button, join the Discord. We have a Discord channel dedicated to all of you lovely individuals out there who enjoy Ragnarok Online, who play Ragnarok Online, or simply like the way I run the streams. I will be back tomorrow. Be sure, if you thought the content was interesting, you thought the way I went about things, you know, with the exception of the Sword Clan, you know, skip, feel free to share with other people. Share with your friends, tell your friends about it. I really appreciate the support. I really don't ask for all that much, so I just kind of ask for, you know, for that type of support. I would really appreciate it. And I try to put my effort in there to make sure the content is to your liking, to make sure that it's actually quality content. And with that said, all right, I thank you very much for the Prime Gaming stuff. With that said, your support is much appreciated. But before anything else, remember, Salty Bear, Gaspy Bear, Monkus Bear, Ovo Bear, What Bear, Kong Bear, Kawaii Bear, Sunglass Bear, and Hehe Bear are now going to be with you. Use them to your liking. Take good care of them. They'll take good care of you. Express yourself through these bears, and yeah, take good care of them. They'll take good care of you. Thank you very much for your support. Really appreciate it. It goes a long way. So that said, share it with your friends. Tell them about the channel. I'll be back tomorrow for third class ranger content. We're gonna go over the dailies and the routine you probably should have. But before you go, do me a favor. I need you guys to do me a favor. We're gonna raid into someone right now. You may not know this person, which I hope you probably know them because we've gone with them before. So we're gonna raid into a channel of a dear friend of ours for the channel. And do me a favor, just give a very nice bear hello. If you have bear emotes, just spam bear emotes. You know, it's to show support, you know. There's yeah, there's people out there who are very nice, who are very kind, and I'm very happy for, you know, for them to watch the stream or support the channel in different ways. And I would like for you guys to support me by coming in to say hi to TerraVision. So let's go say hi to TerraVision, who's currently working on, if I am not mistaken, I don't know how to pronounce this, Matara Kan. You probably know who Matara Kan is. I've heard, but I don't know much. So yeah, so let's start the raid. Bring your berry emotes, spam some berry emotes if you got them, you know, spam them if you got them, not too much, just enough. And yeah, well, we hope to see you guys tomorrow for the Ranger content. When I jump over to TerraVision's channel, say hello. I like the art, I like the way it's coming along. Very nice vibes, very chill, very lovely place to be at. Highly recommend. If you guys like the content, stick around for that. I'd really appreciate it. If it's not your cup of tea, you don't have to drink it, but I just appreciate if you guys just, you know, come along with me for just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Just lurk, see if you like the art, if you like the vibes. Very comfy. And that said, thank you so much. We'll see you on the next adventure. Bye bye.